Hi everyone, Nathalie back onto my channel, and this is the third part of the follow-ups. Keep going with the different series that I started. A Million Worlds with You by Claudia Gray is the third and last installment into the trilogy of Firebird. Bird or birds? I would go and say Firebirds, a young adult. I am excited. I was scary before yesterday that I started because I knew, we all knew when we read the second and at the end of the second installment that things are going to get emotionally tougher in that one. But so far, so good. It is such a fantastical idea, and all of those different worlds are so well thought. Claudia Gray is such an amazing author for delivering this. I'm not surprised that she is writing some Star Wars stories, like officially and published Star Wars stories, because it requires so much with the imagination at going through the details of things that don't exist here and maybe that we haven't seen before, but with having a plot, an event, not an advancement, an evolution with the story where everything clicks into place and makes sense. I can only say so far that the story starts right away, maybe a few short minutes, a handful of minutes after the end of the second one, so it's a direct continuation. Good night, good evening, good morning, hello. It is the night, and it's time to give you my thoughts about that last installment to the trilogy of the Firebirds series by Claudia Gray, and the title is A Million Worlds with You. And well, I can tell you that it was a 5-star, just like every other one. So it's definitely a 5-star series. I was glad to discover that it wasn't that emotionally intense. Just at one point, I think, I was ready to cry, like it was seriously coming, the emotion. But I was expected that it's gonna be tougher, because at the end of what is happening, at the end of the second one, we know that in this last installment, and it's nice that the main character, Margaret, which is, we're gonna say, the good, the nice character, the nice Margaret, that she is gonna face the darker Margaret from a different world, which is gonna be called the Wicked One. We know that Wicked Margaret, her goal is to go and take position, but control the body of the nice Margaret. And she's gonna do her best to, through the nice one, destroy all of the other worlds. So knowing that the wicked will be inside, but you can hear the thoughts of the nice one, who's conscious of what is going on, but she can't do anything, that I knew that it's gonna be intense, because obviously when you are facing someone that's cruel, mean, conscienceless, and everything that you want in the negative, it's gonna be tough. But that's why I said that I was happy to discover that it wasn't that way. We are seeing the Wicked Margaret, and obviously we are gonna pretty much all the time we're gonna follow the nice Margaret, the good one. So she is still traveling into different world, and the story is still, like I said before, and the way that it was introduced at the end of the second one, that the Wicked One tries to sabotage destroy, annihilate the worlds where another Margaret exists. And I'm not gonna say why, because the reason you're gonna get it when you read the second. Margaret has to try to be a step further. She's gonna, like I said, do her best to destroy. So is it gonna happen that some worlds gonna be destroyed? Some Margaret's innocent ones are gonna be lost? I don't know. No, yes, obviously I do. We are jumping inside a lot of different worlds, and there is a lot happening. You have that rush of, please make sure that the good ones are gonna win and it's not the wicked. And when she's going more and more into her destruction, you're like, let me kill her. Anyway, it is really good for that. You're really hooked. Every page is from the start to the very end. But despite that sci-fi fantasy aspect, you have obviously the love story between Margaret and Paul. I would say that it is such a beautiful love story, ready to do anything, but at the same time never to lose the big picture of what is beyond the other one's life in danger. That yes, it's saving that other person that they love, but there is some deeper problems behind, not related to the person, but because of the villains and the existence of the world. So I was mesmerized, I would say, throughout that whole series. Yeah, that's try to find a different position while staying in bed. So the next book read is the second installment into the Diabolic series by S.J. Kincaid, named The Empress. And I thought it was a duology, but with the end, I can only assume that it's gonna be another one, so a trilogy. The Diabolic. We are in space, in a way further future, in a place where science and the creation of all of the different technologies that they have, those humans, these civilizations, has been lost because it has been forbidden for the living cosmos. So that is not compatible with science and creation beyond science. So yes, they have space station, they are living on 2 different planets, they are super fast advanced starships, but all of that stuff, and they have some AI such as the Diabolic, kind of a super crazy efficient killing bodyguard, if you want, connected to a specific person, a human. But the Diabolic looks like a human. All of those creations had been made like centuries, like, yeah, pretty much tons of centuries ago. But now, when the story picks up, things are started to fall apart, and they don't know how to repair, or they don't know how to create others because the knowledge has been lost, because it is forbidden. You have an empire where obviously gonna have all the different politics, but I mean, all you have the different conspiracy to exterminate whoever is on your path, because you want to be the next one and control everything. And you have some onto others' planets who still believe into the science. This is such a long story to tell again, stuff gonna happen, because I'm not gonna giving you more, but everything that I just say is not revealing, it's just the basic of the story. So stuff gonna happen, blah 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 blah. At the end, you can guess that it's about who's gonna be the next emperor and who's gonna be the next empress. Still obviously following Diabolic herself. And no, it's not Mike, it is the Emperor Tyrus and everyone around. Here you're really gonna feel the opposition between not even a minority, I would say two persons trying, hoping that they will be able to change everyone's mind and to change the way the empire is thinking and is working. And obviously you have the opposition, which is still everyone's to have the power, and they don't give a shit about playing nice or thinking for better. It was promising because, like I said, you have the Emperor and Diabolic, who you kind of understood with what I said, that they are the two though trying to make the change. And you see that they are completely isolated. There is no one around them and helping them. So obviously it's more than being unbalanced. You hope for whatever can come up good from that. That the Diabolic, the super killing bodyguard, obviously you hope that in this one she's gonna learn the lessons of what happened before, and that she's gonna act according to what is necessary in order to at least try to go into the directions of what they want to achieve. But, and this is gonna be, well, spoilery because I don't have a choice, it's the disappointment because she's really like sitting in the passenger seat, and sometimes she's gonna do one thing, but it's small thing. What is annoying with the character of the Diabolic, in the first one, you obviously know that, and you understand that she doesn't know. It's the first time that she's facing those kind of people, this conspiracy, that the politics and how it works. It's completely a new world, and how it works and how you have to work in secrecy in order to get, anyway, it's, well, you know, it's not different than nowadays, it's what is happening. So you understand that she doesn't know, okay, she's gonna learn, we are forgetting it. In the second one, we are expecting her that, okay, she learned how it works, she was, and she's still full front of what is going on, so please now put in action what you learned. No, she still doesn't, beside the fact that she doesn't do anything. It's really Tyrus. I have nothing against Tyrus, but fuck, it's named the Diabolic. But the worst for me is that she refused to get the bigger picture. He is the one, the Emperor, of having the bigger picture of everything that he tries to achieve is for the Empire, is for everyone, for the benefit of everyone, to improve life of everyone. Her, no, everything that she does, it's for him, because she loves him. He loves her as well, don't get me wrong, it's there. Crazy, madly in love for each other, ready to do anything for each other, but when it's the time for taking a decision, you do that. I might die, but it's gonna help everyone else, so let me die. And that she doesn't do it, and she is not only risking the possible change of changing everything, or at least the sparkle of future fire. No, she just want to save him. So it's not just that aspect. You have to understand that what the emperor gonna have to endure, and this is just what I'm gonna say because that I don't want to reveal, that is such a tough part to read. That is the toughest part and the saddest part. And when you read it, it's like, okay, yeah, no, I kind of understand right away how it's going to end. So that is really the tragic one. And knowing that, she keeps pushing him back into that viper nest with all the venoms, almost literally, that he's getting, just because she doesn't want to see him die. It's like the one true love of your life, or the person that you love the most in your life, because you don't want to see that person to die, you'd rather push him into the torture chamber. You don't care. At least he's gonna be alive. What? It's not only that I'm not satisfied, it's just, what the fuck of that story? The whole thing could have been better. It's not just one or two different pieces. Anyway. So, yeah, The Empress, it's a 2. It was so much promising for considering the AI as having, at least possibly having a conscience, having a soul, and considering them not as a machine, but as a being. It was open on so many topics, on so many possibilities, and nothing has been taken in that second installment. And most of all, the way that she is reacting or acting, you have maybe 2 or 3 sparkle of start of something from her side that she's gonna do, and it's like, yeah, okay, now this time it's gonna yep, pretty much quickly it's crashing dramatically, and it's just opening onto something more dramatic and more dramatic and more dramatic. But it's always more dramatic for the guy that she's in love with. It's like, are you fucking gonna learn your lesson or what? Huge disappointment. So, alright, I am back with an update. I don't remember if last time I said that I was gonna start Cress, the 3rd installment into the Lunar Chronicle by Marissa Meyer, and I mentioned that it's gonna be the book, the pillar book, in order for me to know if I still want to continue reading this series, since I had such a hard time with the second one, Scarlet. And well, I'm not necessarily gonna say proudly, but I end up DNFing it. It's not that I wasn't in the right mind, because I really feel lately that I want to be with suspense, thriller, and mysteries. So obviously it's not going to help. But despite that, every time that I put it down, but I wanted to put it back up, I really didn't want it to. In the way that I felt that I'm not even interested. I don't even want to know what is going to happen now. Yeah, so it comforting me, or it's I can say that it's definitely a confirmation that I'm gonna stop here for the Lunar Chronicles. Sadly, it's an end. So next, I decided to do slightly, a delay with the other one, who was being another one from Marissa Meyer. So nothing against her, because I'm still excited for the other ones, but I wanted to keep going with Keeper of the Lost Cities, and I took Never Seen by Shannon Messenger, which is the 4th installment into Keeper of the Lost Cities series, and I loved it. Already read, devoured. I can say that it was slightly less, but in my heart I have to give it 4 stars, but a really strong 4 stars, but not, I can give it 5 as I did with the previous ones. Obviously, I'm not gonna enter into many details for those who haven't read but are planning to in the future. I can only say that, as you can expect, by the end of the second installment with Never Seen, it is full on friendship between all of those kids. Sophie obviously always in the center of everything because her very own existence is the main mystery with what is happening in the elves world, but it can have a relationship and links with the humans one, but we don't know yet. Obviously, since it's just the 4th installment, I think it's middle of the whole series. It's not just the elves that we're gonna hear about. We're gonna hear about more of the dwarfs or the gnomes and the ones who feel but are rejected by the elves. So it's a viewpoint, if you want, of the whole situation, and for the whole group to see more and to keep to learn more. So it obviously they are still working at trying to discover some truth behind that whole mystery. Why I said that I love it and yet still a 4 star, because I felt the slow pace, nothing against very much the slow pace, but more because at the same time nothing really happened. And maybe for me it was the transition between 1, 2, 3, so the first 3 installment of the series. For that one, the 4th, I felt that difference of a slow pace telling the story. It was still, the writing is still perfect for me. I have really nothing against. It's just that the story slowed down, and I totally understand what it was done, and I wouldn't change. It's just that you come from 3 where you have a lot happening, a lot of excitement, and then you switch and it's very slow. You are learning some stuff. It's not that it's quiet and they're all standing still somewhere safe and they wait for, no, some stuff happened, but it's always slow. It reflects somehow their feelings of the kids, that nothing happens, that they are still at the same point, and that they are they would like to do more. So that, but it reflects, so maybe in that way the writing is true to what happened with the characters, but it doesn't take anything away. That's why I'm saying that I loved it, and in the way that you see the different species or a bit of the world, and like I said before, the mind or the thoughts of others, so you understand a bit more how the elf's world is working, but you still don't have a full clear picture of how it functions. But you definitely keep feeling that that world had to fall apart and to change for something else. So I definitely gonna keep reading, that's for sure. It is time now to have a look at what has been read for this 3rd part of the keep going, keep following the different series ongoing. And for that 3rd part, it's I'm gonna stop it here because I haven't finished. It's gonna be a 4th part, but it's gonna be 4 books, and yeah, I think it's enough. That's the first one that I read, was A Million World with You by Claudia Gray. This is the third and last installment into the trilogy of the Firebird. I loved it. 5 stars. The whole series, each 5 stars. If you want to discover a new series, a young adult, well, I would say science fiction fantasy, just because we are traveling into parallel worlds. That is awesome. The other one, the second installment, The Empress by S.J. Kincaid in the Diabolic series. According to the ending, the way that it ends, it seems that it's gonna be a third coming in, but I have no idea, and I'm not even interested at trying to know, because that was a huge disappointment. It was 2 stars or 2.5, but doesn't change really much. Disappointments. Then, because I said that I wanted to know if there's gonna be a follow-up with this series, the Lunar Chronicle series by Luna Meyer. The Nuller. It doesn't get better. The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, with the third installment, Chris. So, like I said previously, third installment was supposed to tell me if it is good, Chris, and if I'm gonna keep reading that series. I don't feel any regret at DNFing it, so usually it's a good sign that I took a good decision. And the last one, the 4th installment into Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger, with Never Seen. I grabbed unexpectedly this 4th installment, and I said that I really did enjoy. I gave it a 4 stars compared to the 3 previous ones, which were 5 stars. This one is slightly under, but not in a bad way, because it's still 4 and it's still a strong one. But yeah, it was just a tiny bit under. Nevertheless, it was really very good. So this is everything for this third part of the Keep Following series ongoing. And I am more or less satisfied with those readings. I hope that my thoughts are gonna help you to decide to pick one to try, or maybe to go back, because it was a long time for some that you read. And until the next time that I'm gonna come back with the 4th installment, enjoy your day.